What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Triple THS. I'm the Clown Prince of MMA, Tommy Toehold. Today, UFC goes green, Mr. T finds a home, and Chael's shipping up to Boston via Westland. Plus, a viewer comment of the week. And stick around to the end of the episode to find out how you can win a badass Gamma Labs snapback courtesy of Gamma Labs. Who'da thunk it, right? Let's do this shit! Just Blaze! UFC announced earlier this week that they'd be raising the threshold for wacky tobacco detection levels when they act as their own regulatory commission abroad. What does that mean? It means when the UFC heads to Zimbabwe for a throwdown, fighters can blaze up a little more and not have to fork up their new Audi right afterward. Well, maybe some fighters. The changes come on the heels of Jim Miller splitting into two people and then defeating himself. But afterward, Evil Jim tested positive for Purple Sticky Punch, giving part of his bonus money to Malcolm in the Middle. A devastating blow for recreational drug users who are already a bit paranoid about that black sedan that's been parked down the street for the last 3 weeks. Big news for you, Pat. What are your thoughts on the change?
I've learned my lesson, Tommy. Higher threshold or not, I'll never use during a camp again. It's just not worth it. It's just weed, you know?
Pat, why isn't your mouth moving when you talk? Did I fuck up the animation again?
No you didn't, Tommy.
Holy shit, Tony Stark!
Yeah, that's me. I prefer to be called Iron Man when I'm in the suit, but whatever.
I don't understand!
Yeah, I should probably have said something. Pat Healy is actually one of my suits.
I knew it! Nobody's head is shaped like that!
Yeah, sorry for the mix-up.
So wait, Tony Stark smokes weed?
Tony Stark does everything.
I love it when a plan comes together. After a 3-fight skit in the UFC and complaints about fighters who do weak shit like game plan, Rampage Jackson has taken his talents to South Beach. Viacom. The former Mr. T and Pride legend hasn't had a win since Black and Yellow was a hit, but with a big name and a rivalry with King Mo, Jackson's just the guy that Bellator's looking for to firmly secure their number 2 spot in the world of MMA. In addition to competing in Bellator's tourneys, Jackson will also appear in TNA Wrestling, where he will no doubt nickname Samoa Joe Titties. Jackson told TMZ the freedom this contract provides him is like a dream, to which Eddie Alvarez replied, "Just wait, it only gets better." Sounds like you're really happy with the new deal, Quentin.
I love the new deal, man. Working for Viacom is like a dream come true, especially after all that bullshit with UFC.
And what bullshit was that?
Man, UFC only gave me wrestlers. They don't want to see me win fights. How am I supposed to win my belt back when everybody's trying to take me down?
Well, I'm sure nobody in the light heavyweight division of Bellator has a grappling background except for, like, nearly all of them.
Man, it wasn't just all the wrestlers. I only made $250,000 for my fight with Matt Hamill. That's barely enough money for gas.
Good thing you moved to a more grassroots company like Viacom. Tell Mike Musatelli I said what's up.
Titties.
He's back! After the Nogueira brother without a weird scar on his back had dropped out of his fight with Shogun on short notice, it looked like nobody would be available to fight such a dangerous opponent with only a week to prepare. It wasn't until Chael Sonnen said, "1 week? Looks like I can take 6 days off." The future owner of the WWE offered up his services to save the people of Winnipeg the horror of seeing Ryan Jimmo doing the robot on the main card. But Dudley Do-Right couldn't handle all the gangster on Chael's visa, so the fight got the axe and moved to the best fucking card since Chewbacca fought a group of ninjas at UFC 7, which has aptly been named UFC on Fox Sports 1. The card features more awesome than a shot-for-shot remake of Bloodsport starring Anderson Silva, and right at the top of it will be Chael P and the Gas Man. Are you alright, Shogun? You seem a little gassed.
I'm okay.
You just get done with the workout?
No, I just woke up from a nap.
Mauricio, I've seen better cardio on Roadkill. Listen, Terraria, this fight's not about disrespect. I think Shogun is a tremendous competitor and I will treat him as such. He's a legend of the sport, he's still a young man, and he can form a sentence unlike Vanderlei Silva. When I heard UFC 161 was without a main event, I told Dana I'd save yet another pay-per-view. That wasn't until the Canadians decided that the population boom created by my presence may bring down their economy, and I don't blame them. Since starting this interview, I've impregnated half the state of Wyoming. Chael Sonnen does 2 things and 2 things only: win. So ship me up to Boston. I'll take this thing coast to coast Space Ghost and teach Milani here a thing or two about good old-fashioned American muscle. Then when I'm done with you, maybe that coward Vanderlei will step up to the plate. That is, if he can remember what day of the week it is. Kaboom.
Shogun, your response?
They might need to install an iron lung for him between rounds.
Your comment time! Each week you guys send me venom in the form of YouTube comments, and I use that venom as part of a formula that will someday cure the common cold. So thank you for doing your part. This week's most vile comes to us from Darian Hart, who said, "This week's show is so bad it gave my dog cancer. It's almost worse than Spider-Man 3. How dare you, Darian? Topher Grace did everything he could with Venom considering how horrible he was for that role." That's show, fight fans! Tune in next Wednesday when I go spelunking with Stipe Miocic. Until then, head to TripleTHS.com right now and give me money in exchange for an awesome-ass Triple THS gi patch, beanie, or t-shirt. Then rock my gear in a picture, and you might end up on the show for your family to later discover and disown you. And if you want to win the shirt because you're too cheap to buy one, enter my sound-alike contest linked in the description below. Huge thanks to Bruce Buffer and It's Time Industries for the support. To win the Gamma Lab snapback, click on the link in the description that says Triple THS giveaway. You could be a winner like Bob Estep, who's got a signed Jamie Varner glove headed his way. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, or the Cookie Monster will have a relapse. And be sure to visit all my awesome friends who figured out Bruce Willis was a ghost right away. Remember, Triple THS, I'm Tommy Toehold. I ate the bones. I ate the bones. I ate the bones.